Good evening, everybody, and welcome to JPR round 4. We're in Belgium, and I'm not going to be alone tonight. I'm joined by what do we call it? Do we call it the injured driver, or were you just desperate to get out of a Ferrari?
No, just call it injured driver.
Injured driver.
My race tonight. Good evening, guys.
So obviously we're going to start off with Q1. Nobody out on track yet. Just the 13 runners tonight. AD, you know if anyone else is expected to join in quali?
I don't think so. I think everybody's here.
Currently no action out on track. Wonder if we are going to have any interesting weather conditions. Could make things interesting.
No, there's some rain tonight.
I made a silly prediction in the chat earlier. Like a race that starts wet, dry in the middle, and ends wet. I think that would be quite entertaining.
But is going out. Oh, almost hit the pit wall.
You have a replacement in your car, Buffelsfontein.
Yeah, I do have Buffelsfontein.
Buffelsfontein taking over the wheel at Ferrari. Be partnering Heno. Time being, we're looking at Staffy. Heno also out on track, as is Akmagozi. All three on out laps. J-Boy now also exiting the pits, as is DRS Rotor. That's now track getting quite busy.
Yeah, they just need to do one lap. All 13 of them will go through to Q2.
Obviously nobody getting eliminated at the end of Q1. So really just need to get that banker in. Don't need to risk anything at all. And if you haven't done much practice, well, this is the time to do some laps.
Just going to start each line lap now. Let's see.
Just get some stats up on the screen. Just a reminder that for tonight we do have a dual stream. So the normal JPR channel as well as AD's channel will be showing the broadcast. You'll be hearing the exact same commentary, but you may get different camera angles. So if you want to switch between the two, Staffy's going to be the first man over the line in Sector 1, I believe. Should be the first one to set a lap time. AD, is that... I'm looking at my tyre data, and either something's wrong with my screen or something's wrong with McLaren's.
No, I believe these two guys, or actually from Pune, they normally go out on intermediate just to lay a little bit of rubber on the track.
Okay, I see.
And the other thing is also they don't lose anything this qualifying session, so they can go out on that. I've actually found out why these guys go out on intermediate. They learn it from the e-sport guys.
You save those tires. You're not gonna drop out, so might as well go out on anything really. Safi now approaching the end of the lap. He's going to go over the line any second. He's going to be the first one to set a lap time. So should see his name briefly light up in purple. It's a 1:45.0. I haven't done much practice of the track, so I don't really know what. AD, do you know what can we expect for pole?
I think, if I'm correct, I think it's a 142, no, 143, 144.
143, 144. So at the moment in the flat 145s. Still a second to a second and a half maybe to be found. There's not Shumi just going around on those intermediates, as is Pampun. Obviously a McLaren strategy. Some more lap times coming in. J-Boy now going fastest with a 144.1. Already 9/10 faster than Staffy in second. MJ went third with a 45.1. And Atmagozi fourth with a 45.8. Next man over the line, 147.7, that's the judge. Just the solitary horse tonight. Lots of guys missing their teammates. We ride with AD's teammate. You know, get to set a lap time. These tyres do have one lap on them, but he hasn't set a lap time, so I wonder if that first lap was invalidated. Just going to go over the line now and let's see where he can put that car. It's good enough for 9th, 149.9. Remember, no real stakes in this qualifying session. In the meantime, we didn't notice, Shane did go over the line and went into provisional pole with a 143.7. 4/10 faster than anyone else at the moment. But surely these lap times still have to come down. Massive gap between first and third. No lap as of yet from Buffelsfontein or DRS Rota. Destroyer still to set a lap time, but he is out on track. Now a lot of the guys will be on their in lap. Obviously this is the longest track on the calendar, so it does take a while to get around here to do an out lap, a fast lap and an in lap. It's at about 5.5 minutes.
Sorry guys, I'm a little bit quiet. I just want to sort out something on my phone quickly.
Not a problem. So Shane still leads the session, Top Gun second, J-Boy third, but he has retired from the session, so he's happy with that. Staffy fourth, MJ fifth. Atmagozi sixth, also retired from the session, happy with that time. Then Judge seventh, Notsumi eighth, Destroyer ninth, Heno in 10th. And Pampun, the last man to have set a lap time, a 1:11, but that's obviously on in. He's in 11th with a 1:54, but that's obviously on intermediates.
Okay, here we go. Now I can concentrate here again. I just want to share my link quickly for the guys who want to watch the second link as well.
Now we have already quite a number of drivers having retired from the session. Obviously happy with those lap times. And the McLarens won't be doing another lap.
So Buffelsfontein on the out lap now. Rest for the guys in the pit.
Let's ride with Fontaine. Will he be the super sub?
I hope so. I believe he's quite fast, so let's hope so. Score some points for Ferrari. I think Ferrari is standing on 9 points, so we need all the points we can get.
Still riding with Fontaine. He's on an outlap. Everyone else sitting in the pits. So this is really the only driver we can watch getting all of the coverage. Sponsors would be thrilled with this kind of coverage. Another driver retiring from the session, MJ. Just 4 remain. Fontaine now up Eau Rouge for the first time for a fast lap. Activates the RS. I don't find sector 1 too difficult, AD, but I find it's all about this middle sector.
No, I haven't tried all the new games. The previous one I battled also with this sector here, the slow corners. Especially this corner coming up now, that's one, yeah.
Problem with this part of the track is there's a lot of slow corners followed by really long straights, and if you don't get those slow corners spot on, you don't get the most out of these straights.
Now you need to come all down the straight.
So you could mix for downforce here. You'd say low downforce, high downforce. What would the guys be running?
Well, it's got a purple second sector, but I don't know if it's personal best or...
It's purple. That should be the session's best. We'll know shortly what Fontaine can come up with. The one Ferrari currently in 10th place. Where will the other Ferrari place? And there we go.
41.
Provisional pole, 43.3.
So
very
we're looking
nice.
at the 42s maybe. Low 42s. Q3.
This is obviously just Q1. And there wasn't much to play for because no one would get eliminated, so I'm sure we're going to get faster times in Q2 when there's more to play for. There's your lineup so far. Fontaine taking provisional pole, Shane second, Top Gun third, J-Boy fourth, Staffy fifth, MJ sixth, Apmagozi seventh, the Judge in eighth, Not Shumi ninth, Destroyer 10th. Then we got Heno in 11th, Pampun 12th, and Rota did not set a lap time. AD, are you aware of the complicated times at Alpine? Their boss just got fired with immediate effect.
I saw. Yeah, he's immediate effect. I thought he's gonna finish this race and then...
Yeah, he's basically they're gonna finish Belgium, and then when they come back from the summer break, there'll be new management in place. And I think it was him and his second in command, actually.
Yes, there's 2 guys down from him. Okay, so, qualifying 2. They'll be losing 3 people. 3 drivers.
That's right, we'll be losing 3 drivers at the end of this session, and this session a little bit shorter than Q1, and that's something you have to keep in mind here in Belgium. So like I said in Q1, very long circuit. If you mess up that first run, you need to come in, do another lap. It might be that you only really get 2 attempts. Already a few guys going out on track. J-Boy, Staffy, Heno, all wanting to get out there and set a banker.
I think Q2 they maybe can get 3 runs, and Q3 is only going to have 2 runs. Too long. Track's too long.
Just under 7 kilometers this circuit, 6.9. I believe its original length was 20 odd kilometers, 26, something like that. And that was a insane circuit. There were no curbs. Those were called pavements. They would simply race through the streets of the village of Spa just up the road. For the time being, no lap times as of yet. Bunch of guys out on out laps. So we will see that leaderboard light up shortly. Ride with Heno, he's going to be the first car over the line to start a fast lap. Let's see what he can come up with on his first run in Q2. Nice turn into turn 1, a little bit squirmish on the exit. But now Eau Rouge, does he do it flat? Not sure if I heard a lift. Problem is he doesn't have much ERS. I think he might have left it on hot lap for the out lap.
Yeah, it looks like it. His light's blinking.
It's quite an annoying thing that you have to remember in qualifying is when coming out of the pits, you got to switch off that hot lap for the out lap. Otherwise, when it's time to go,
it's like Saturday Banner deep hot lap. I think he's going out for another one. Going a little slow.
Still riding with Heno. He'll be the first driver to set a lap time in Q2. AD driver wise, brave enough to make a pole prediction?
Well, I think Shane will be in the top 3. And then I'm going to put my money down on Otsumi and maybe Destroyer. I'm not sure which order though.
I think McLaren have the potential to do quite well tonight. Maybe it's just me getting a little bit too much on the McLaren hype train lately.
No, it's not too much. I think he's going to take Shane Bishop tonight again.
Good evening, Ulrich, in the comment section. Thanks for joining. And Ulrich just confirming there that the McLarens were saving a set of tyres.
You guys not too fast, 143 flat.
So far in Q2, Natsumi, Apmagozi, Heno, MJ, Top Gun and Destroyer have all done lap times. Natsumi holding on to provisional pole for now, 43.0. So I think that confirms we're definitely going into the 42s.
Let's see what Shane's got. Coming around the last corner now.
Over the line.
He's starting his hot lap now.
Starting his hot lap.
I thought he was on the flyer.
Ride with the judge. He's missed out on quite a bit of racing of late. Luckily we have him on track tonight.
Volksfontein moves into second, 1:43.1.
Well, if qualifying were to end right now, Ferraris would be pretty happy.
Those are the top three guys so far. Kimi, Volksfontein and Kate.
Judge now will go over the line. He does set a lap time of 1:46.5. It's good enough for 7th place at the moment.
And from Puntus moving to first, 1:42.6.
Look at that. And what did I say about a minute ago about the McLarens?
We're gonna have a good run tonight.
Well, it looks that way so far. I'm sure they hope to continue this. I think another thing to remember about this McLaren performance so far is that a lot of these drivers would have gone out on a used set of softs for this first run, where I'm sure those McLarens, obviously, they only used Inters. So,
yeah, they used Inters on the first one.
So the McLarens will be running new softs where I presume most of that field will be running used softs.
I think Shane has messed up his lap in ballot lap. He just went into the pit, so no time for minutes yet.
That's how quickly things can go wrong in Belgium. Long circuit, 19 corners. That's a lot of opportunities to mess up. Safi on an outlap, no time from him as of yet. Track pretty quiet, Pampun on an in-lap, Top Gun on an in-lap. As are MJ and the judge. So now we're really in the middle of Q2. Guys that are in the pits, they'll be preparing for their final run. You also want to find a good bubble of space. Don't want to run into traffic on that final attempt.
And also left the pits now for a second run. You can put up a decent time.
Ulrich making a pole. Is that a pole prediction? That's a pole prediction. That's a... Pampun will go low 42s. And pole will be in the 141s. So we'll see. Think we'll dip into the 141s?
See, I haven't practiced the track, so I can't tell you the time.
It's probably a good thing I'm in the comms box. I don't know if I can do a 141.
Because I tried this track with one-handed, and I think I was in a 148. So, I really wanted to drive like this tonight, eh? But in any case.
Fantastic circuit. Fantastic circuit, and we don't really know how many times we're going to see this layout again. Very strong possibility of a chicane being added just before Eau Rouge. We see a couple of drivers have died at the top of that hill in the last 5 years in very similar accidents. So it wouldn't come as any surprise if they slowed that down. It would be the first time there was a chicane added since 1994. 1994, Spa-Francorchamps did have a chicane put in place, and that was due to the death of Ayrton Senna earlier on in that year. 80, a message from Ulrich for you, saying that he practices with Pampun. He knows what he can do. So I think
145.
there's much more to come in Q3. That's right, Staffy just doing a 145.1, takes him to 5th.
On board the same, let's see what he's doing. Staffy decides to retire, he's got to reflect.
Shane in that bottom 3, one of the drivers at risk at the moment, yet to set a lap time.
Got a purple second sector, so he's on his way to maybe a 41, yeah, or a low 42.
Currently the fastest in the session, 42.6. Let's see what he can come up with.
Shane, was corner, back for the line. Oh, second, 143 flat.
Second place. 143 flat. Maybe holding on a little bit. Not wanting to show everything before Q3. Judge is on an outlap. He is a driver at risk. Currently in 10th place. Just on the cusp of being knocked out. At the moment he is safe because 2 drivers are yet to set a lap time.
JPR now looks like he's on his flyer. And then Rotor is still in the pit.
No lap time from Rotor with just over 2 minutes remaining. So if he's going to go out there, he needs to go out there right now. Otherwise he will be one of the drivers eliminated.
A little bit of a look up there on the left. Goes for the line. JPR, we're going to win. JPR 5th.
Goes over the line and puts the AlphaTauri 5th. I'm sure AlphaTauri would love a performance like that in real life.
Looks like Rotor's not going to do a lap time. MJ and that's not on outlap.
Absolutely no time to get out there. So Shane on an in-lap. JPR on an in-lap. The Judge and MJ, both on outlaps. Both need to improve. We'll ride with the Judge as he starts this final attempt. He's going to go over the line with a minute remaining, so this will be his last go at it. Shane retires from the session. At the moment, Judge in 11th with a 46.5. Heno in 10th with a 46.3. So if he can find himself 2 tenths, get himself into Q3.
He made it by 56, 49.
These will be the last 2 over the line, giving us entertainment right till the end of the session. Still riding with the Judge. He's currently in the middle of Sector 2. And crucially in 11th place. Ulrich now going quiet in the chat. Are you still there? Or are you captivated by the racing? There we go, that is checkered flag. So the only 2 men that can improve are the men in 11th and 12th. And the first one over the line is going to be the Judge. Around the final chicane. Now over the line. He does improve. Goes into 10th. Will MJ demote him immediately? Quickly right on board with MJ as now he approaes that bus stop chicane.
So he's got an invalid lap.
And he goes into the pits. That's that. So congratulations to the judge on his return, squeezing into Q3.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad you still tuned in for the stream, Ulrich, even though you're working. So you're working and listening to us in the background.
I spoke to him this afternoon. He's doing afternoon shift. That's why he can't race tonight. He also wanted to join.
So there's your lineup quickly for Q2. Pumpin, provisional pole 42.6, and then Shane second, Notsumi third, Buffelsfontein fourth, J-Boy fifth, Top Gun sixth, Staffy seventh, Destroyer eighth, Atmagosi ninth. The judge squeezing in at the last second there with 10th place. Then eliminated Heno, MJ, and Roten not setting a lap time.
By 0.006.
Absolutely nothing. Just 6,000ths of a second. Or as Crofty would say, 6 milliseconds.
6 milliseconds.
There we go. Start of Q3. And as you can see, just 12 minutes on the clock. So I'm sure we're going to see cars coming out of the pits shortly. And probably a really busy track. 12 minutes, 2 runs. Think so? 80?
2 runs max.
2 runs
I don't
max.
think they will be able to do that. More than that.
And that's with not spending too much time messing around in the pits. Basically got to get in the pits and get back out there
as soon as possible.
Hey, we already got some action out on track. I think that's a Mercedes that I saw. Also an Alfa Romeo and an Alfa Tauri.
Merc.
You realize we're going to go from having 2 teams named Alfa to having no teams named Alfa. Alfa Romeo becoming Sauber next season. And Alfa Tauri, we are yet to know what it's going to be renamed, but a new name, it will be renamed, that has been confirmed. Busy circuit, 8 of the 10 drivers on outlaps. Destroyer Buffelsfontein, now he's gonna start his first fast lap. Judge still in the pits. Probably now needs to find himself some space on the circuit. You've got just 2 runs, the worst thing that can happen is traffic. Validate the first run, get traffic on the second.
Destroyer.
Nine of the 10 out on circuit, and obviously everyone is on a set of softs. J-Boy now starts his fast lap, as does Destroyer, Staffy and Apmagosi, so track very busy. The judges also come out for an outlap, so all 10 drivers out on track. Timing screens should look different in about a minute and a half from now. J-Boy goes purple in sector 1. Not sure if that's because he's the first car out on track.
And Pampoen just went purple in first sector 1.
So the McLarens showing their stuff again. All McLaren front row. Oof, not sure what happened there. Riding with J-Boy, and we've just seen the judge and Atmagosi both on the side of the circuit. Looks like fortunately we didn't get that on camera. I'd love to know what happened there, but both cars on the side of the circuit and looking pretty broken. So Judge and Atmagosi retiring early from Q3 without a lap time.
I also missed it. I was following Pampoen, yeah. So destroy 143.
143.4, that's your benchmark for Q3. Surely that will come down. J-Boy second over the line, and that was a 47.5, so I think he
went into the last chicane, jumping for the line.
Not shimmy, provisional pole, 42.7.
142.3 for Pampoen.
Shimmy beaten immediately by his teammate. So far, all McLaren front row.
Shane pops up to 4th place, 143.5.
Currently riding with Buffelsfontein as he enters into sector 3, looking for his first timed lap of the session. The Ferrari Super Sub.
Number 3, 142.7. Close.
Really close times between second and third. Still more to come, surely. Currently in 5th, Shane, 143.5. Gonna have to get himself back to the pits so he can have a second run. I'm sure he'd like to start within that top 3. But this break, that McLaren dominance so far.
It's just Staffy that's still in the pits. Haven't set the timers yet. Don't know what happened to Judge and Amagotcha. I missed that one.
Obviously, I know Judge sometimes watches the stream, so if you have jumped into the stream, let me know, or let AD know, whichever stream you're watching, in the comment section. Let us know what happened there if you have any info. And of course, if you have any info on the weather in the race, let us know.
Just ask Ulrich if he can hear me on my screen. I believe he said the commentary is down there.
I didn't get that, AD, you were breaking up.
If Ulrich is still on the stream, just ask him if on my stream if the commentary is working. He said, why don't I do comms? I'm not sure what's going on there.
Just Ulrich, if you are still listening, AD just wants confirmation that on his channel, can you hear commentary? Can you hear commentary on AD's channel? Should have the same commentary on both channels, just with different views. Just let us know there if you can. Back to the racing. Top Gun. He's on an in lap, currently in 6th, 144.0. We won't get a lap time from the judge or Atmagosi. So Staffy, the only man so far not to set a lap time. Ulrich says he will head over to your channel and let us know. See, another problem with this very long circuit is that if you commit to that fast lap and really mess it up towards the end of the lap, you're never going to have ERS to try again. The only way you can go for that second fast lap is if the mistake comes early on in the lap. You can save some battery.
It shows on the broadcast that the mute is off, so I don't know.
Strange. It's the first time we're doing this, and we haven't really tested it, so sure we'll get it.
As long as they can hear me on the live stream of JPR, then all good.
Yeah, they can hear you over here, I believe. But on your channel, it's all muted. So Pampun still on provisional pole. It's a 42.3, and then his teammate is in second. Buffelsfontein.
Yeah, I believe my stream should be fine now.
There we go. Should be sorted. So if you want to flick between the streams, everything should be working. Buffelsfontein on another outlap. He's currently third. Shane on another outlap. He's currently fifth. Not a terrible track to start a little further back. Good track for passing if you've got the speed. It's not the most difficult place to overtake. And as you can see, with we're riding on Shane on an outlap, he's just looking for space. Riding with Buffelsfontein, he's starting a fast lap. Currently third, 1:42.7. Just get Natsumi's time, it's not gonna take much. Just 1300ths of a second.
Pole first sector for Buffelsfontein.
It's 500ths down in sector 1. Let's see what he can do in sector 2. This is the one I consider the most technical, and where you can lose so much of your lap time. If you can keep it up through sector 2, then I think he's got a fantastic chance. And he's jumped off the throttle. I wonder if that was invalidated. Didn't look too wide.
Yeah, it's invalidated.
But
the old track's red, so it's invalidated.
He's jumped off the throttle, and that usually means
Shimi's fun on his outlap.
Not Shimi. Did that say DSQ? That is DSQ. Not Shimi will be DSQ'd. He will not keep his previous lap time, and he'll start in 10th, I believe. Buffelsfontein just trying to save some energy so he can do another lap. Where is Shane? Shane is in 4th, 43.5. Still trying to improve on that lap time. Let's see, he went from 5th to 4th because of the DSQ. Destroyer currently 4th, 43.4. Shane, Destroyer 3rd, sorry, and Shane 4th, 43.5. Nothing in between those two drivers. The slightest improvement can get you up the grid. Pompun goes fastest, so 141.9. First driver, only driver, into the 141s. Shane goes over the line for the final time, and it's going to be good enough for second.
142.3, sorry.
Just under 4/10 of a second.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Destroyer goes over the line. Wasn't able to see if he improved. He did not.
No,
Stays
he
fifth.
went into the pit. He went into the pit. I think he ran out of time, so he went into the pit.
There is your top 10 for Q3. Pompun, pole position 141.9. The only one into the 141s. Then Shane second for Red Bull. J-Boy in an AlphaTauri third. Buffelsfontein fourth. Destroyer fifth. Top Gun sixth. Staffy seventh. Then no lap times from the judge and Atmagosi. They had a collision early on in the session. And a DSQ for Natsumi, who was currently second when he lost that lap time. AD, am I correct in saying there is no formation lap?
There's no formation lap. They start straight off.
So just bear that in mind, viewers. No formation lap. So we're going to go straight into the strategies screen, and then we'll be underway. AD, I'm glad I do have a witness here today. I've had the worst camera angles for race starts ever.
I saw that.
On this game. Every single race I've been watching from the back of the grid. The start, it makes no sense. Pompun obviously with the most support here in the comment section. I always get a bit nervous in between sessions when it seems like it's taking too long. See everyone just taking up their full allotment of time. There we go. We actually get a good camera angle. 5 red lights, and they're off. And I'm not sure what happened there. Anyone? Did you see that race start? I'm not quite sure what happened. We had 5 red lights going out. Nobody started. An Alpine got going from the back. And 5-second penalty for Henno. Severe collision with the judge.
I don't know what happened there. I saw it as well. Henno's got penalty. Judge is out.
Not sure what happened with the start of the race there, and we were immediately into a safety car. So for the time being, everyone holding station, holding position. We're under safety car on lap 1 of 22. Very long way to go. Nobody's going to be utilizing this particular safety car for a pit stop. Maybe Henno. See, he was involved in a collision. Not sure if he has any damage to that car, but can obviously go in and pit. Unfortunate would be if he started on a harder set of tires. That would mean he'd be getting rid of them very early on in the race. Luckily he's on a set of softs. Obviously the safety car has not even collected the drivers as of yet. So not sure how long this safety car is going to take. Maybe 2 laps behind the safety car. Hopefully not longer than that. So we can finally get it underway.
Sorry, John, it seems like they're going to restart the lobby. Just want to find out here.
Just waiting on confirmation on the status of the race start. If we're going to have a restart or not, we will let you know. If there is a restart, I'm not going to be cutting the stream, so we're gonna have this. We're gonna have this same stream. So just stay on the stream, and we'll be back. But don't have confirmation of that just yet. For now, Pampun follows the safety car. Any updates, 80? We will let you know as soon as we know. But for the time being, Pampun leads from Shane from J-Boy. That is your top three. We are under safety car conditions, obviously no overtaking. And I believe we will be having a restart because I'm starting to see players disappearing. Shane now DNFs, Heno DNFs. And surely a restart is on the way. There's no damage to that Red Bull, and that Red Bull's retired.
Okay, we're gonna do the restart of the lobby. I'm gonna leave the chat for now, so I can just help them set up the lobby, the grid.
Enjoy it. We'll hear from you shortly. And then as for this stream, I'm not going to be cutting the stream, so you can stay with us. Screen might just cut to blue for a little bit, but yeah, you can stay on the stream. We won't be cutting it. And hopefully we get this right second time round. Obviously, since I've got nothing to commentate on for the time being, if you haven't subscribed to the JPR YouTube channel, please subscribe and leave a like on the video. We do try to give you the best coverage that we can. This is just the 4 drivers left. We are having a restart. And as soon as that lobby becomes available, we'll be on our way. So in the race where we finally get a good camera angle for the race start, we get a broken race start. Just 4 rounds into this championship, and we haven't had much luck in the comms box. Going to do my best to bring you this entire race, but we are having a restart, so it's going to take a little longer than expected, and I have no electricity, so I'm running on a battery, and it's the first time I'm running my PS5 on this battery, so Hopefully it lasts the necessary time. There we go, I just got an invite. Thanks to all the viewers who have stayed with us. If you'll just be patient a little longer, we should be on our way in just a little bit. I'm going to go silent for the next minute or so. I'll be back shortly. Please stay with us. Good evening and welcome back. Obviously, we had a race start that was full of problems, and now we're lining up on the grid again to have another go.
Yeah, no formation lap, everything is all good, all go. 2 players is out, Judge and Router.
So we lose 2 drivers. Means we'll have a race start with the 11, I believe. Obviously, we'll have the same grid orders that we had at the last race start. Waiting now the start of the race, waiting for the guys to finish their strategies. What tyre are you going to start on? There we go. Second attempt. 5 red lights. And we're on our way. Yes, we're on our way, but no, we're not. That McLaren in second place never got going. And it seems like the second McLaren, as well as the Aston Martin, have crashed into the back of Notsumi. That is a very broken Aston Martin, and we're under cautions. I won't be surprised if this goes safety car. And there we go. Safety car on lap 1. Yet again. And everyone leaving the session. See, now we're running into a bit of issues with the load shedding schedule. I think a lot of drivers might be having their power issues at 10, so it's going to be really difficult to squeeze in 22 laps for all of these drivers. We did have another disastrous start to the race. Top Gun and Notsumi DNF'd, and Pampun with a DSQ. So McLaren went from looking quite mighty in qualifying to this would be rather disappointing. Ulrich saying to make it a 35%. I unfortunately have no say in that. I'm just the commentator. I'm just here to comment on what I see on the screen. But I'm sure the guys in charge will make a choice. It's just 40 minutes until that 10 o'clock cutoff for some drivers. Safi, obviously he got very bad damage, but he does have a second opportunity at this race now, because he can chase down that queue. With all the retirements we've had, his restart will be in 7. As for now, we are under safety car conditions, and I am keeping my eye on the info chat. If anything changes, I will let you know as soon as possible. For the time being, it seems like this is the race start we're going to go with. Obviously, this is our 3rd attempt tonight, so
I'm back. Okay, we had a little bit of a glitch now again with load shedding. We're going to reschedule the race, and then the other thing is the setting that myself and Shane missed is cockpit view locked, so these guys can only drive in cockpit view.
That should be interesting for some of them. Are these guys gonna finish it anyway, or?
I don't think so. I think they're going to start leaving one by one. I see Shane's got his front wing off now as well. So I think this is going to be a reschedule.
So I think from our side in the comms box, we're gonna call it a night. Obviously, this happened a few weeks ago with Qatar. Qatar was moved to round 10. Not quite sure. I'm sure Belgium will be rescheduled. I'm not quite sure for when. If it'll be round 10, round 9, or next week. But as soon as we do know that, info will be communicated.
All right, guys. Sorry about this.
Thanks to everyone who joined, and join us again next Friday. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, bye.